What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with some breaking Cavs free agency news for you guys. As after waiting all night for this to officially go down, the Cavs have officially acquired Max Strus via sign and trade from the Miami Heat in a three-team deal. A lot of people were wondering what took this so long. Well, they had to get a third team involved because the Miami Heat did not want to add more salary to what they already had. Like they were willing to facilitate the sign and trade, but they did not want to add any players. So we had to find a third team to get involved, and they did. As according to Adrian Wojnarowski on Twitter, and I quote, free agent Max Strus has agreed on a 4-year, $63 million sign and trade with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Agent Mark Bartelstein of At Priority Sports tells ESPN. In three-team deal, Heat get a second-round pick, and Spurs acquire Cedi Osman, Lamar Stevens, and a second-rounder. And I already know Cavs fans are hella bummed because, of course, Cedi Osman and Lamar were fan favorites, but they each had limits in their game. Cedi Osman was good on offense, but he was hella inconsistent, just like Karras. And Lamar was solid on defense, and much like Isaac Okoro, his offensive game was hella limited. So, yeah, it's a bummer that we had to get rid of Cedi and Lamar, but we got ourselves another shooter. I'll tell you one thing, Kobe Altman has definitely done work so far in free agency, getting George Niang and Max Strus, while also bringing back Karis LeVert. Now, as far as what else I think we could do, I think the only thing we really have left to do is get a solid backup big man. After that, we're essentially done. I mean, maybe they add some more bench depth, but nah, it's not really a priority. I think get us a solid big man who can maybe shoot. That'd be nice. Imagine that, right? Imagine having a 5-player lineup where the big man can shoot. You put, let's say, Strus and or Niang out there with either one of, Karras, Mitchell. Maybe you put Garland out there as well. Oh my God. It's a lot of shooters, right? But yeah, a lot of people are gonna hate this move, mainly because of us getting rid of Cedi and Lamar. But also, it's a pretty hefty contract for Max Strus. Hopefully, it doesn't backfire. Hopefully. Now, Bobby Marks actually had some other things to add to this, as the first tweet from Bobby Marks, and I quote, Cleveland benefits by the new CBA and the Max Strus sign and trade. Prior rule, outgoing salary plus $5 million plus 100K. Current rule, outgoing salary plus $7.5 million plus 100K. To make the math work, the Stevens non guaranteed contract is now partially protected. And then Bobby Marks also added this projected finances in Cleveland below the tax $7.5 million, below the first apron hard cap $14.5 million. So, yeah, the Cavs are officially hard capped after this sign and trade. As Danny Cunningham reiterated in this tweet, as we also have some other ways to sign players, as Danny also explains in this tweet, and I quote, avenues the Cavs have to use still in free agency. $4.1 million of non-tax MLE, $4.5 million of biannual exception, and veteran minimum exceptions. Because they're acquiring Strus as part of a sign and trade, they will be hard capped at $172.3 million this season, which means we cannot go over that number. Prior to the sign and trade, we could. Now we can't. You know, that now turns into a straight up hard ceiling. We can't go through it. Instead, if we try to, we'll hit our head. But yeah, let me know what you think of this deal. Do you like it? Do you hate it? And can't wait to see what Max Strus does in Cleveland. Kobe Altman had an objective and he went out and did it. He got us some shooters. Now let's go out and get us a backup big man that can actually contribute a little bit, and we'll be all set. So, with that being said, as far as I'm concerned, we're pretty much done. I mean, get me like a backup big man, and I'm good to go. Get me to the season. But with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Cavs. As always, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, as I'm sure I'll be having more videos coming out soon, especially with NHL free agency starting. I don't think the Blue Jackets are going to be too active, but you never know with Yarmo. I mean, last year we didn't think we were going to get Johnny Hockey, and look what happened. So we'll see if the Blue Jackets do anything. They are actually scheduled to officially introduce Mike Babcock as their new coach in like 5 minutes. I'm not going to make a video about that, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. But with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Cavs. Have a great rest of your day if I don't see you. Of course, I'll be live tonight for Guardians Cubs, so tune in for that. But I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Cavs. And I'm out. Bye bye.